r/AskReddit by Redical. Gamer girls of Reddit, what's the worst, the most disgusting thing that anyone has ever said during a game? I will have my dog rape you in the SS and make you suck the shit off of his dong. All because I wanna roll in WoW. Dude obviously had some issues. How come ass is censored but shit and dong iced? Just curious. Ass is a banned word in a group I'm in on another social media site. Force of habit, I suppose. What do your toast taste like? Like mayonnaise. When mayo supplies are running low, I put my toes inside a burger and go to town with them. A guy was talking about how he would suck milk out Sandra Bullock's ass with a fun straw. You know. Typical gamer food. Excuse me, what? A guy was talking about how he would suck milk out Sandra Bullock's ass with a fun straw. You know. Typical gamer food. A guy was talking about how he would suck milk out of Sandra Bullock's ass with a fun straw. I mostly just have the usual suck my dong or go back to the ducking kitchen or being told that I think I'm hot shit because I play games as if I don't enjoy gaming at all and just do it to manipulate men. Though bonus, some guy told me to suck his dong and I told him I was a 600-pound shut-in with broken teeth. Not really. Just trying to get him to leave me alone. He said, I'm still going to make you suck my dong though, so really there's all kinds of determination levels out there. Next time they tell you to suck their dong, tell them, no, you suck my dong. And assert dominance. I should. I'll keep this in my back pocket. I'm eating an entire jar of mayo with a fork. And that's quite a usual gamer move. Edit. Thank you for the gold, kind stranger. It made my day. Colon. Whoever gave me this, I guess DM me that I could know who gave me this. Sounds like a pro gamer move to me. Nobody's really said anything too disgusting yet because the Siege community on Xbox is literally just 7-year-olds who don't know what a boner is. But I've been asked how much for gamer girl P once and that's about it, LMAO. Anytime I play Siege it's always angry children in a Mickey Mouse voice telling me to duck off. It's amazing how pissed off you can get these kids. Just yesterday a kid's mom heard him say duck and I just heard a fat smack and he started crying. Oh man, I bet that was a treat to listen to. Back in my COD days, I said something in a lobby and one of the kids blurted out, oh my god, is that a vagina? Should have started screaming because your vagina was talking again and to please send an old priest and a young priest. Sounds like an intro to a porno. My sister lives and breathes Overwatch. She said she's been asked for feet pics 27 times. I'm picturing a scratch pad with tally marks next to her computer. I imagine tally marks carved under the desk with her toenails. Not said. But back in the late 2000s my sister was playing Halo Online and every person on her team dropped when they found out my sister was, in fact, a girl. She ended up modifying her mic to give her a manlier voice and it never happened again. This is why I kept my mic on mute when playing Halo. Once ended up in a match with another girl and the other guys on the team started ripping into her and saying she would throw the match, etc. She was the top player of the team. When the match was done they asked her to join a chat with them. From a teammate in a competitive Overwatch match. There should be another Holocaust. But, you know, with women instead of Jews. That's just one gem from an 8-minute long match where I got called a beach, a slut, and repeatedly told that I should suck their dongs or get back in the kitchen by my own teammates. After saying one word, hi. Edit for all the people saying they doubt that's all I said. I really did only say hi. Even if I'd wanted to speak after that. The barrage of sexist insults began immediately and was so incessant and loud I could barely hear the game audio. I muted my mic, played the match, and reported them all. I'm sure Blizzard did nothing as per usual. One of those things where I'm glad my voice is low enough for people to assume I'm an 8-year-old kid. Which somehow gets a lot less comments than we do. Makes you wonder what they're like around girls I roll. They act normal due to the lack of protection from anonymity. Call me weird if you want. But I prefer to use Internet Explorer over any other browser. A vote to kick is in progress. You win. WTF is wrong with people? Not me, but my friend's girlfriend always gets told she sounds like a 12-year-old boy. She should pretend to be one then, in fact. Maybe making a name like Adam Jones 2009 would deflect perverts. Nope. Just attract a different kind. Over vocal at 3 AM. Hey, what's your age? You sound like a Kevin. There's no point to give you my age. Just focus on the game instead of dying for nothing. Comma. Damn, looks too mature for a Kevin, so a girl. Right? Maybe. Yo, what's her Facebook? I want to duck you. I don't have a Facebook, which was true at this time. Don't be a kitten, just give it to me. I don't have one. I'm not on social media. Then he has rage quit. Hey, what's your age? You sound like a Kevin. Those are fighting words. Why use more word when few word do trick? Why, back in the day I was playing Counter-Strike on the same server as my boyfriend, who called me out and told me to come make him a sandwich when I made a crap move. So next round I shot him in the face and logged off. Funny. I have a CS story too. My ex was a hardcore gamer and kept wanting to play games with me. Probably because I was shit at most of them, and it stroked his ego to teach me how to play video games. I hated playing with him because I found him really condescending most of the time. I eventually agreed to play a round of CS with him and his friends because that was a game I actually knew how to play. I chose the team opposite to his and targeted only him for most rounds. His friends thought it was funny, and TBH I figured I was just returning all his shit talk since he loved being such a tough gamer guy. After I took him down a 4th or 5th time, he threw a massive fit, called me a camper, and drove home without me. The relationship was dead in the water long before that, but that moment stuck with me. We didn't date the same douche, did we? It's usually the typical get back in the kitchen. You're probably fat, ugly. Horse slap. Girls should only play healers comments. But I've had guys say they were going to rape me and or kill me. One that stands out is this guy said they were going to throat duck me till my jaw broke. How lovely. Girls should only play healers. I feel like we need a Rosa Parks not giving up her Genji for this one. Played with a girl named Lady and she played exclusively Genji and Soldier. Iconic. While I was playing a game called Ark Survival Evolved, a dude started making comments about how instead of riding dinosaurs and dragons, which is a big part of the game, I should just go ahead and ride his dong. He then proceeded to just follow me everywhere in the game and tried to lock me in his prison. All while making comments about how rape is good for stuck-up women and how I would surely enjoy it. Let's make something clear. I'm 16. He was reported to the admin of the map and kicked out after about 30 minutes. To this day, it is still the most disgusting thing I've been said while gaming. P.S. He continued on another map with a 9-10 years old girl. We bad a guy do a similar thing on a server my friends and I ran. He had a wife and kid and chased all the female players on the server and harassed them 24/7. Me being a lovely dude spent 2 weeks catfishing him, taking his attention off all of them. I had him believe that I was a young 19-year-old girl. He sent me pictures, told me all the things he would do with me. I took screenshots of everything, then one day rounded up all the people he messaged on the server and walked into his base so he could show it off how great it was. He turned off all his defenses and wandered in, loaded up with C4 on my body and blew his base to dust while everyone laughed and watched. He was losing his shit and it was simple enough to find his wife with all the details he gave me. The last words he got on the server was me telling him I sent the pictures to his wife. I run a server on Xbox for younger people, 7-18 years old, so they can enjoy the game without being killed every 2 seconds. Basically, the game is almost on passive mode, but you still get one shot by the giggers. I've had a person once who, IDK how, managed to build an amazing base. It was huge, full of details and basically impossible to defeat. The base was open and admin cheated it to make it indestructible. Well, one dude, IDK how, was able to destroy about 1/4 of that base. The kids were very sad, but they planned a mega revenge. They all went low profile for about a week, leaving the guy to build himself a base. It wasn't as good as the other big one, but still pretty tough to get in. Well, these elementary school kids found a way in using parachutes and pteranodons. They literally infiltrated the base and killed the dude, which left him without any stuff. They proceeded to raid the base and change every door so the guy wouldn't have access to it. I swear, These kids were brilliant. The dude just rage quitted after trying several times to get into the base, but being blown by cannons or tore apart by raptors. It was a delight for the eyes. As a girl gamer, I've heard plenty of shit, but the worst ones are honestly when people say they're going to rape me. And I'm not talking video game wise. Like actually threatening to find me and rape me. Edit. I'm very in love with all the replies this comment has received. I will say there have been many times where men in the lobby stand up for myself and other girls when we receive comments like this. If I had to be honest, I think most of the guys I frequently game with I added to my friend list due to them sticking up for me and being great gaming partners. To the people asking why I don't report to law enforcement these occurrences, TBH, I feel like law enforcement has other issues to focus on. I would rather not take their attention away from more serious issues in the community than some lonely guy on the other end of a mic while gaming. I leave off with this. There is nothing more satisfying when a man is making such comments in a gaming lobby and other men put them in their place and call them out on their bullshit. It's very appreciated when you'll stick up for your gaming counterpart. 3. I had a friend tell me on stream, if anyone deserves to get raped, it's you. Just completely deadpan and serious. I was speechless for a full 5 minutes and ended the stream. Needless to say, we're no longer friends, lol. Good. What a bloody retarded thing to say to someone. While playing Overwatch, I was called a dumb bitch multiple times when I asked a guy to mute his mic while he took a phone call. We were contesting point and I didn't want to stop in the middle of a big push to mute him. If I had, the rest of the team would have beached at me for not healing. Because, as a female support main, it's apparently my fault if we lose a match. I should just stay out of voice chat. I love Overwatch, but there are just some real stupid people on voice chat sometimes. Yeah. Was playing Overwatch once and the moment I joined, this 11-year-old kid screeched, "What's up, BTS?" He kinda sounded like the "get the duck out of my room, I'm playing Minecraft" kid. You like your kitten being slapped? Horse. Stupid slap is letting her boyfriend play while she talks on the mic. Probably loves it up the ass. Everyone tell this bitch to slap. I've just stopped playing online altogether. It's easier. Single player games and games designed for friends are often way better anyway than the shit fest of online gaming communities. Genuinely believe some dudes out there have serious issues with the opposite sex. And people in general. Puzzles me how people can bring themselves to be so ducking mean, say horrible shit like that. I get why you're so ducking retarded and bad at games and lol. Written chat, not even close. Wasn't even that bad. In fact, he was in a worse state in the game than I was. I'm kinda asking for it. It's lol. An astronomical amount of pure toxicity. Don't say that all the boys nor all the lol players are like that. Don't get me wrong. Lol makes the elephant's foot look like forbidden mashed potatoes. The duck did I just read? Hey. Gamertag. What time do those legs open? Man. You're the hottest damn thing. I wanna are you. Gamertag. All while humping my character. This was in Minecraft. When I was like 11. I created my own female skin. Which is quite pretty. I used to play on the Hive in 3rd grade and people would stand in the corner offering free blowjobs and I didn't know what that was, but I totally took one. He just spammed crouch a bunch. My username is Blaze23 in Overwatch. This is because my dog's name is Blaze. The problem is, I am a female. And Blaze is a masculine username. It also sounds like blazing. Like the being on weed kind. So I had a guy come over the competitive voice chat in Overwatch after I had said hello. He said, "Ro, you're a girl." With genuine surprise. I thought maybe he was sexist and prepared a response. But he continued before I could. Saying, "I was expecting you to be like an old stoner dude." Blazing on that 420. I had to suppress my laughter for the rest of the game. It wasn't really disgusting. But I thought he might have been making a rude comment at first. So I thought I'd include this. Hopefully someone was at least slightly entertained. Man. I'm glad there's some good ones in here. I was starting to get super depressed reading the other ones. Hell. I'm a guy. And I made the mistake of playing a female blood elf in WoW once upon a time. Loads of creepy people seem to assume you're a woman if your character is a woman. Wait, are you a girl, Iril? I bet a fat I mean he was actually right, but it's still a bad assumption to make about women who play video games. Also had beach and slap a lot and hoe a few times. Edit. Typo. I've had male friends call all gamer girls fat and ugly and included me in that comment. I'm not fat. And subjectively I call myself average. But it was still mean af. I, male, was in a game where this one dude was just trying all the typical lines you read here on this one girl in the game. She wasn't having any of it. So I get on my mic and started doing sports commentary on his plays. He was not happy with me commenting on his every attempt that fell flat. I would even do replays of his lines, which was me repeating them. The rest of the lobby got a kick out of it and one other dude joined in. Eventually the harasser got pissed off with us harassing him, ironic, and he quit the game. Someone else got on their mic and said, I don't care, that's we're behind and now down a man. Thank God he's gone. Don't worry ladies. A lot of us don't like them either. I'm so glad I have a decent group of friends online, including a lot of really good girls. So they usually roast whoever tries to make a dumb, rude, threatening comment. I really wish you'd been there when something similar was happening to me about a month ago. Because the crowd had the exact opposite reaction to my protests. Some dude one day was making crude comments about wanting to duck me. But I mostly just ignored him until he started squatting and following me around. Made it look like his character was trying to eat my character's ass vagina. He wouldn't stop. I blocked him. Managed to get away. A few days later. We're both in the same area again. Lots more people around. I can't hear what the guy is saying. But I know he can hear me on other people's mics. He's doing the same squatting shit. I'm telling him to get off me. To leave me alone. Moving away. And he won't go. Exasperated. I say. More to myself than anyone around. I swear if he doesn't stop I'm getting off of here. Some dude that I thought was my friend told me to stop being so triggered over someone following you around on a game. I told him I was uncomfortable. And that the guy should stop when I ask him to. Some old beach near us laughed and said, yeah. Like someone's going to stop doing something just because you ask them to. And everyone laughed. It was humiliating. I've probably gotten back on 2 or 3 times since then. I have no friends now. Blocked everyone in the area on my friends list. Which was a fair amount of people I usually played with. On one hand, I feel like a brat or something. On the other, I feel like I did nothing wrong and am baffled that not one person I'd played with for months tried to help me with the a-hole. Instead saying I was the one with the problem. I think the only thing I'm guilty of is being a poor judge of character. Still, a large part of me can't help feeling like I made a big deal out of nothing. I would have said something if it was someone else. I heard a guy once say that the live action Avatar, The Last Airbender movie was not bad. Disgusting. Then I'll stick my fingers in your hole. Changed my username to Jerry after that. No one wants to stick Jerry. My friend played AoE 2 in a team with 3 guys. They played for about a year together. Then they all got headsets and one of them is like, dude, what's with your voice? You totally sound like a girl, and she's like, that's because I'm a girl. Her in-game name had no indication. Funny that they played together for a year without really knowing anything about each other. So, Smellerby. That's an unusual name for a young man. Are you a little boy or a girl? Like what? Nothing too bad. It's more annoying than actually mean. Found it rather hard when people stopped talking altogether. That hurt, but for real. I know I have to man up at that regard and learn to not be shy. I just want to be able to play a team-based game FFS Dart. Edit. It wasn't the question itself. That's understandable TBH. But this guy didn't believe me and didn't stop calling me a little boy and talking shit. I muted him then, so no problem. But I've rather had an actual teammate who's concerned about the match and not what I am. Yeah, I get this question all the time. It's so annoying. Like, does it matter? And as soon as you say girl, PPL start spamming the chat with grill. It's a grill. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for 3 videos a day.